Welcome to From the Underground with your street philosopher, Just Bam. So today we are talking to a phenomenal artist out of the Nashville area, and her name is Mickey Love. Yay! Welcome to the show,
Thank
Mickey.
you. It made my day.
How you doing? So first of all, let's just ask the basic questions. Where are you from?
Smyrna, Tennessee, 615 all day.
Uh-oh, Smyrna artist. Okay. And if you could describe your music in 2 words, what would it be?
Liberating, honest.
Good. I like it. I like it. So, we know you're working on a new album. Everybody's just super hyped to get it. Everybody's so, the
Long time
buzz
coming.
is going. So, like, how many tracks do you have so
7.
far? Ooh, what's your favorite track?
King Kong Crazy.
King Kong Crazy.
Yes.
What's that song about?
It's about pretty much the KKK.
Oh, okay.
Like King Kong Crazy on the KKK, and I don't give what you say type of thing.
Oh, okay. And, are there any, cool producers that you're working with on this album?
I work with a producer called Yellow Page. Grew up with him for forever, so he kind of brings that. It's not normal, kind of takes you to a different place, But actually, this particular beat I made myself, and I just had him mechanically make it, but everything was from the divine, I do feel like.
Did you hear that? She's producing, she's writing, she's an artist. Wow. So how long do you think before the album will be coming out?
My goal will be by December. That's my goal. I don't know if it'll be there, but I turned 26.
You know how that be.
So yeah, I just wanted to, for my birthday, give myself this, like birthing my own baby. Finally getting it done, finished. So.
Okay, great. So, do you have any shows coming up? Is there ways that we can catch you online? What are some of your hashtags?
You can catch me online. My hashtag mainly is that's Mickey Love. So, but I mostly be on Facebook, so at Mickey Love on Facebook and at Mickey Love on Instagram right now. So working on my media. So if you know anybody want a job, I'm hiring.
Oh, well, see, that's great. All the kids and when you do it yourself, you're a local artist, you got to do a lot of the legwork too. We talk about that on my show all the time. So, you're a great example for kids because you're producing it. I can't wait to hear that.
Thanks.
You got this King Kong song. What's another track on there that we can look out for?
Stressing. So it's about bad situation over a guy, or he's stressing, thinking you're cheating, but you're not, just because they know they're doing wrong, type of thing. So just being free, really. It's all about just being who you are.
Oh, that is so good. I can't wait to hear it. Thanks. So you guys got it here from the underground first. Mickey Love, she's coming out with her new album. She's got a crazy single called King Kong, so you got to check that out. King Kong Crazy, KKK. But we're gonna let them hear it.
Right.
And then so thanks for coming to the underground, Mickey. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
Make sure you guys hit her up on social media.
Bam is the best.
Peace out. Did she say cut?
Oh, just be talking.
What is going on, guys? You're watching the Fantasy Huddle with Julian Sanchez. We got some Week 10 drama. Des Bryant signing with the Saints. We're going to get you ready for the playoffs right away with special guest Randy Johnson from In Between the Two Ferns. Randy, how are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having me today.
It's good to have you. You ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So we got James Conner and Le'Veon Bell drama. What do you think?
James Conner, I say, what the bell. Unbelievable.
What the bell?
What the bell.
What the bell? Absolutely.
The guy's giving up $800,000 a week to sit in Miami and ride jet skis. Are you kidding me? You got a guy going nuts behind the Steelers' offensive line, churning out yards, knocking them down, getting scores, getting scores, getting scores. Le'Veon Bell's riding jet skis, getting nothing. What's he doing?
I understand the frustrations of the Le'Veon Bell owners, but if he comes back and you wasted your first-round pick on Le'Veon Bell, you have to start him.
You have to. You have to try to salvage something from him because you've held on to him. Let's admit.
Absolutely.
You still have him on your bench. You're waiting. You're hoping. Jet skis.
Absolute jet skis the rest of the season. Hey, look, and if you picked up James Conner, you're set. If Le'Veon Bell comes back, try to make a trade, see what happens if the deadline hasn't passed.
Absolutely.
So we're going to move on to wide receivers.
Oh, boy.
You got your Falcons hat on.
Yes.
I got to rib you about this. Julio Jones.
Julio who?
What is going? You said what the bell.
What the bell?
What's the bells with Julio Jones and no touchdowns until last week?
Unbelievable. He's on the board. Maybe the
He's
first one's the hardest. He's got a touchdown. He's got some yards every game. Top 10, top 5 every week. He's on the board.
All right.
He's
I'll
on the
take it.
board.
The monkey's off his back. He's going to score a couple more touchdowns. How many are you saying right now?
Absolutely. I say one a game the rest of the season.
One again the rest of the season. You heard it here first with Randy Johnson,
One a
not
game.
the pitcher, the host of In Between the Two Ferns.
Absolutely.
All right. Another wide receiver. Big time right now. Des Bryant signing with the Saints. What do you think? No go, or should you go ahead and pick him up?
So Des Bryant, do you pick him up this late in the season? He doesn't know the Saints scheme. He doesn't know their playbook. He doesn't know doesn't know Drew Brees. What is he going to do? It's halfway through the season. Do you have a spot to pick the guy up and hope he can play? What do you do?
So you say no?
I say pass.
I say yes. You have Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, with a talent like Des Bryant. You absolutely have to take a flyer on this guy. You don't want to let the best team in your league get him and let him sit on the bench.
See, I disagree. I say pass on Des Bryant.
All right. We'll see what happens at the end of the season.
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to move on to quarterbacks. Speaking of Drew Brees, what do you think?
I mean, the guy's Hall of Fame quarterback, first ballot, another record season, all-time passing yardage. Is age going to ever catch him?
You have him in a keeper league, and this is my final question for you.
Absolutely.
Do you keep him next year?
I think you have to. Until he proves you otherwise, you got to keep him every year.
All right. Well, you heard it from the experts. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, you are watching Your Voice Counts with Miss Grace, and today I have an amazing guest who is going to share with us wisdom and truth for the next generation. So we're so excited to have Brother Vernon today. Thank you for coming on Your Voice Counts. So tell me a little bit about yourself, and then we want to hear from you on what this next generation needs to hear.
Oh my gosh. About myself, there's not a whole lot to tell. I am born again. I am filled with the Holy Spirit. But to talk about the next generation or this millennial generation, oh my gosh, they are, I don't know, they're spoiled.
Just tell it like it is, Brother Vernon.
That's the way it is. They're spoiled. And it's amazing to me how spoiled we as baby boomers has spoiled them and didn't realize that we were doing such an injustice to them. It's clear to me that we did not want them to go through what we went through, you know, as far as the segregation and the sit-ins and the marching on Washington and different things like that. They don't have to see those kind of things. Here in Nashville, the things that they went through with the, what was it, the Walgreens, not Walgreens, Woolworths store. And we didn't want them to do that or have to go through all of that. But doing that, we kind of spared them and just let them run wild.
Yeah.
They are running wild now. It's just crazy.
So what do you think we do now that we have become people? I'm not a millennial, but right prior to it, we have become people in these two generations of entitlement rather than privilege. What would you say to young people to help shift their mindset from being entitled to being privileged, that they don't have to go through those struggles that you talked about?
You know what? I don't know what the answer is to that, because they do feel like they're very entitled to certain things that I had to work for, that other people had to work for. I don't know how you break that cycle. I really don't. I haven't gotten into that. I wish I had, because somebody needs to so-called hit them over the head.
So we got to break the cycle. So I guess we'll have to have you back on another program to talk about that cycle breaking. So thank you so much for coming on. And any final words in this last few seconds?
No, just pray for those millennials. Pray for millennials. Pray hard. Stay on your knees for them. You know, God can change anybody. If he changed me, he can change anybody.
If God changed you, he can change anybody.
Yes,
So
he
pray
can.
for the millennials. That
Yes.
is the moral of the story.
That is. Are we done now?
Hey y'all, this is your girl Lady D coming with the Pump It Up. We got a special guest on today, Remy Mama. What's good, Remy Mama?
Lady D, it's good to hang out with you again. I know, girl, we got some stuff to talk about.
I know
today.
we got to spill some tea on today, and the tea is hot. I just want to talk about your girl Cardi B and your girl Nicki. What's really going on with that?
It's about time somebody checked her. That's all I got to say.
I'm
I was proud
saying.
of Cardi B for throwing that water at the fashion awards.
But I'm
I
saying.
am tired of Nicki Minaj dominating everything. She dominates the awards. She dominates the videos. And it's odd because she's talented. It's other people just as good as her. And I am very proud. I hope everybody lines up and they all go, okay, well, let's go get her. It's time for a new queen. She needs to go sit down.
I know, right? What do you think about the new Cardi B track? I think, what's it called? Money? That beat is fire. I don't know about the lyrics, though.
I am not a fan of her lyricism at all. I think she's selling herself short, personally.
Mm-hmm.
She's dumbing it down for pop culture. That one is my least favorite song.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I like the little joint with the Spanish guys. I like it like that.
I like it like
but
that.
The Spanish guy, he kills her in that verse.
Right,
He
right.
kills it.
Well, he was popular in his own right
his own
before
right.
they even linked up.
She gonna have to come with some real lyrics soon, because people are gonna get tired of that bubblegum.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me being silly.
Right.
Type stuff. And there's some real females coming in with skills.
Right.
And, you know,
Right.
Eminem just dropped a new album, so he got
Okay.
everybody shaking because, you know, he's coming with them lyrics.
Right. Coming with the fire. I don't know. How do you think Cardi B's album matches up to the Queen Nicki?
Production scale, Cardi B's album was better.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrically, Nicki's was better. But I feel like Nicki Minaj should have changed something. She sounds the same.
Okay. So, should it pump up or should we drop it like it's hot?
The Queen album, drop it like it's hot.
Drop it
Cardi
like
B
it's hot.
album, you gotta pump it up because she got
Pump
a
it
lot
up.
of dance hits on there that you know you're gonna be singing in the club.
Pump it up. So, I know I'm going to be pumping it up on Cardi B and dropping it like it's hot with Nicki Minaj because I ain't no Barbie and I'm trying to get some shmoney. So, what's
That's
good,
what I'm
Cardi?
saying. What's
Holla at your
good?
girl. Hit me on IG. Let's do it big. All right. We're just going to continue rocking till it's time to roll. So, any other tea?
What do you think? Okay, I have to bring this up, but I know everybody is all on Remy Ma because she having a baby and stuff, but I am so tired of her showing her baby bump.
Right.
Every video is about her baby bump. Every picture is about her baby bump. Papoose is about her baby bump. Girl, have your baby and quit talking about it. Go on about it.
I ain't mad because it's a rainbow baby. So I'm like, do your thing. Do your thing. Do what you do. You know, her and Papoose, they got the little reality show, whatever. Black love, hashtag, let's just make it happen. So I'm excited that, you know, Remy Ma is showing off and doing their thing. And they talking about having another baby in 2020. So,
how you going to say when you're going to have another baby? That precisely. I'm just saying.
Technology. But anyways, that's all for this show on today. We're excited. We pumped it up. So let's drop it like it's hot.
Thanks for having me, Lady D. It's always fun.
Hey guys, this is your girl Lady Love here on The Girls Want to Know. We are here with Average Joe, not The Rock. All right, so I'm going to get straight into it because we don't have so much time. First question, do shaved legs matter?
Look, when it comes to something like shaving your legs in a relationship, I think it's all about the expectations from the other partner. I mean, In my personal situation, look at this face. This is the most pathetic excuse for facial hair. I am not going to judge my girlfriend for having hairy legs.
Even in the winter, because it gets a little monstrous.
Even in the winter.
Bet.
If she's cool with me having this ugly thing on my face, she can do whatever she wants.
Cool. 2, what do guys really want for Christmas?
When you're an average Joe like me, socks and underwear, what are they? Average. I'm talking, I think for Christmas or birthdays or any sort of like big event, gift-giving situations, a gift like going to a concert or a comedy show or something like that goes such a long way. It's an experience you'll always remember compared to those dirty pair of socks.
Well, future husband, I'm working on my paycheck, so expect socks and draws, all right? Number 3, if I'm gassy, will you pass me? When is it okay to pass gas on a date? When is it okay to do that?
Always.
Always? See, this is why we need average Joes, guys. They don't leave you because you smell bad sometimes. How long does it take for you to even think about marrying a girl?
A couple of years. When it comes to like long-term priorities, you really want to see how you work with a person, how you react to getting socks for gifts, hairy legs, passing gas on dates, and eventually even moving in together and seeing how you bond. So I'd say probably around the 3 or 4 year mark is a really safe time to start gauging whether you're in it for the long run.
So you are in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she must be amazing.
She absolutely is.
Awesome. How
I
long you guys
outkicked
been
my
together?
coverage for sure. We've been together for 7 years.
Awesome, awesome. So are you going to be putting a ring on it anytime soon?
Hopefully here soon. We'll
Awesome.
see. I've definitely been fielding questions from both sets of parents, so in time for sure.
Yeah, because Thanksgiving dinner can get a little awkward after 7 years.
Yes, I would say after the 4th year and you're not married or even talking about it, you're in for some really awkward conversations.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, if he doesn't get you a ring, buy your own for Christmas. This one, $3.99 Ross. Next question. Let's see. What is your idea of a romantic date?
A romantic date to me would be going to see a movie, maybe grabbing some drinks afterwards, and just keeping it as low-key as possible. I think when it comes to like the expectations of doing something grandiose and crazy, you're just going to get lost in the shuffle. So I think just keeping it as simple as possible. I know that sounds funny coming from someone who claims to be an average Joe, but those are the moments that you remember.
Does she ever pay?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got to have a little ka-ching. I get it. So guys, pretty much what we went over is you don't have to shave your legs all the time if really cares. Socks are okay, but if you got a little money, spend a little bit on the concert. It's okay to pass gas if he really loves you. If he doesn't, he'll probably leave. And again, if you can't get a ring, buy your own. This is what girls want to know. I am Lady Love, and we are here with Average Joe. If you can't get Average Joe, don't expect the rock.
3, 2, 1, action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our show, In Between the Ferns. I'll be your host, Randy Johnson. Tonight, we have a special guest with us. Sarah Grace, the author of the new book, Hidden Agenda, is here to discuss her book. Before we get started, I think I'd like to ask a couple of questions. Sarah, what exactly is your hidden agenda?
I just want to make a lot of money so I can make the world a better place.
Very good, very good. Let's talk about some of the topics in your book, and we're just going to dive right in if that's okay
All
with
right.
you. In the acknowledgments here, page 2, you note to Rick Nusblant, the wacky original idea that sparked it. Can you talk about that a little more?
He played me in business, so this was all about getting back at him by making lots and lots of money, because he had a hidden agenda. He is the agenda, the hidden one.
Rick, yeah.
Yeah, Ricks are usually,
He's
bad
always
dudes.
feisty. How about Joseph Pittman, or Joe, as you like to call him? He trusts you in letting him write it himself, and the enthusiasm that he had for it after you did it.
That was Rick's best friend. When I got mad at Rick, I just hung out with Joe instead.
I see a theme developing here.
Yeah.
Well, we could go on with Jane, Susan, and all your friends at the TWA Ambassador Club,
Okay.
and on the other planes, but we'll save that for another time. Let's talk a little bit about how you got into writing in the first place.
Again, it's all the money. It's all about the Benjamins. That's what a rapper said in the 90s, and I just wanted to make sure to have lots of it. So, no, really, it was because there's orphans and foreign nations that I could support with my hidden agenda that's not hidden. So that's what that's all about.
Right, and TWA Airlines definitely played a big role in that.
I fly to and from and to.
And probably orphans and Joe and
yeah,
Tom
they come with me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. You know, where do you see yourself going after the success of this book and countless others here that you've really brought to the table, so to speak?
I'm going to spend all the money going on vacation to get therapy from Joe and Rick and all those people.
An orphan.
Yeah. And maybe take some classes on being TV interviewed so I can stop laughing.
Well, Sarah, it looks like that's all the time we have for tonight. I'd definitely like to thank you for coming out and sharing your hidden agenda with us here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on Between the Ferns. Have a pleasant evening.
So funny.
Close.
Believe it or not, I'm not such a dork when I really get TV interviewed.
Good evening. The show is called Let's Talk, and I'm here with Danica, and she is an author, a minister, and I don't know what else you do. What else do you do, Danica?
A little bit of everything.
Just a little bit of everything.
Anything that anybody needs help with. I'm just a servant at heart.
Well, good. But she's in a ministry called Damascus Roads, which is very interesting to me because I like the story of Paul and the things that he did. But tell us a little bit about your ministry this evening.
First of all, me and another lady, Pastor Sarah Grace, we founded a ministry this year called Damascus Roads, and it's a mobile and virtual place of faith and ministry. We have several different aspects. We have a church aspect called the living room, where we have a online media ministry, an online radio network that we're getting ready to start, and it's basically a place of transformation. Because if you know the scriptures, that you know Paul or Saul at the time came to a point in his life at the Damascus Road where God called him forth out of what he used to be into something new through adversity, and his life transformed. And so we just want to show how people's lives can be transformed by the power of knowing God, and we want to share him and know him, meet him, and have people share him, meet him, and know him. So
now you say ministry. Does that mean you have a trailer or camper, or what do you do to mobilize?
What I mean by mobile is online, through the internet, through radio. These days, technology is changing. The church is outside of the four walls, and we're becoming closer because of technology. So what I mean by mobile is that you have instant access. It gives you more mobility.
Well, I guess this age of, what did we call, instant everything, you're right there with it. You're on the cutting edge. So where do you see your ministry going and evolving?
So we actually have several different aspects of ministry. And so one aspect, again, is the living room, which is going to eventually be a church, a local community of faith. In the meantime, right now, it's mobile through Facebook Live, so we're getting ready to launch that. And two, through every area of media, through film, through TV shows, through radio, anywhere that we can reach out and touch people and to bring them closer to God, to meet him, know him, and they can share him with the world as well.
Well, thank you, Danica. That is wonderful, and I think everybody will be excited to hear your word coming through your mobile ministry. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
All right.